really can feel the signs of change happening as the students, they come towards adulthood, graduation can come up. Um, the sense of change in this episode. People are trying to find their ways to, resolve themselves for the future. They show multiple characters wanting to confess about their secrets, or even telling the other one, "Are you still willing to be by my side?" After knowing if I might stay the way I still am with the curse. Each person is trying to find their resolve and how to move forward to this trapped future. But yet, you can feel something is breaking within the wind of change. But before we get into that, we have to talk about my favorite character, Sugar Ray, and his perspective on things. Of all the characters, Sugar Ray is definitely the most interesting because he is definitely one of the chess players in the game. He is trying to find a way to break the curse and make Akito all his, but he just doesn't know how to go around it much because he seems to be this kind of heartless dude where he's not bad or mean for sake of being mean. He just doesn't know how. He's always the kind of person who goes through life where he thinks more logically instead of emotionally. He thinks with his brain instead of his heart. He can keep himself distant while acting like a fool. You can see how people can treat him. You see all the younger people see him as this bumbling old idiot who's just happy-go-lucky, who can be successful in life, but yet they all come to him for comfort. Then you see some of the young ones who are kind of serious, and also the older ones where they know his true nature, where he's actually a very smart, wise, but yet kind of cold kind of guy. So you can see how he does things differently around people, how people see him and how he sees himself. He don't think he can give out the kindness to Akito that like Korona can, because the way he acts, he goes through life just not really giving much emotion. He doesn't get really that surprised about things. He just really has one goal, but everything else around him doesn't matter. He doesn't know how to do it properly. Treat Akito with some kind of kindness, but it's hard to do that when it's not a situation that he is in, which is understandable. You have those kind of people in life where they go through life not showing much emotion, not much things surprise them. They can be at a funeral and they feel sad, but they don't show it. They win a lottery, be a bit joyful, but they don't show it. They're like, "Oh, I won. Hey guys, I won a lottery. I think that's pretty cool," and stuff. They just act like that. Nothing surprises them. They don't show any emotion. None of that stuff. They're different kind of people, and they can grow up into being different kinds of people, as in sociopaths, psychopaths, or even kinder people who become geniuses and stuff. It can always be the negative. It can also be a positive as well. It determines on each and one's life experience. Sugar Ray's case, he is a successful dude who's a writer who likes to, play around with his editor and show everyone that his true nature. Most of the times, only those who truly grew up with him knows his true nature. That's why the young ones see him as a bumbling idiot instead of someone that's actually very cunning. So when he meets Tohru Honda, the wind of change, he thinks maybe if she was here earlier, maybe he wouldn't be so, the way he is. It is true sometimes the way we act and who we become can happen on the people we grow up with. So if there's someone like Toru from the very beginning, within the Soma family, things probably would have been different for him. He probably would have acted different, but we may never know. It's just one of those things that you just question yourselves. And sometimes we question ourselves, thinking, hey, maybe if this happened, we would have been different. You ever wondered that? I wondered that tons of times, actually, who I have been if I was in a certain situation or around different people. There's a possibility that we may never know until someone makes some type of advice where you can see different possibilities. That would be cool and yet terrifying at the same time. Now, the second half is with Momiji. Man, Momiji got himself a little growth spurt, man. He still kind of acts the same, but however, you can tell it's wearing down. He's put on his facade of being the skippy kid like he used to be, but he's just trying to hold on to something, I guess. But not just his growth spurt that really happened, but he was able to break his bond. He doesn't understand how it happened, but I think I do. He let go. That's what happened. He let go. He was there and he found as he grew up in Strasbourg, and you see his perspective of how he see his life is going, him wanting to find his own pursuit of happiness, and how he's not letting his past hold him down. He's gonna march on forward to find something in life for him. He wants Toru, but he knows Toru will never be his because Toru wants Kyo. So he's gonna keep fighting for some sort of happiness that might be down the road for him. So when he felt that resolve to move on, even when he had that conversation with Kyo, he said that, no more negative think, keep fighting to the very end, move on, you know, that was his sign of his resolve, what he himself has told himself to do, and he is doing it. And because of that, I believe that's why he broke his bond with Akito. To break his bond with Akito, I guess, is finding resolve and moving on. And then when he saw Akito again, she looked totally different to him. Small, fragile, frightened, pathetic, pitiful. It was like he cut Peter. He even closed the door on her face, like slide shut. Like he's over her. Now he can move on, but he's not gonna tell anyone. He also feels kind of guilty because if anyone who would like to see the curse broken for is Kyo, because Kyo, in a way, is he's the one that Toru wants, and also what happens to him after graduation is kind of messed up. But I have a feeling it's going to be a lot difficult to break Kyo's curse because of how he's technically not really part of the circle, but more of the outside of it. He is the cat, after all, the hateful cat. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be really hard to break his compared to everyone else's. But yeah, signs of wind are changing, baby. So some of my family's going to be going a little stir. Question is, what will happen to Akito after all this? She's been fed this entire thing that everyone's meant to love her, and she's meant to have these bonds that can never let go. That's all she can really hold on to from her father. Now she don't know what to do when all the bonds break. She will truly be alone and like, yo, I've been an ass to everybody, and now everyone's gonna leave me now. I guess what happens. But this goes down to a long route of unhappiness down to the mother, for crying out loud, is when it all happened. Maybe you had a better mother, things would have been different. But that's just life, people. You can't change everything. So anyways, that's how I'm going to end it. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to have 24 episodes like the other ones have. I wanted it's going to have 12 episodes. I don't know how long they're going to stretch it. We'll see. I can't remember much after this, really, besides the bonds breaking of everyone. And the very end. But everything else feels kind of hazy, which is weird. Well, anyways, that's all I got for this. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on anime. Signing out.